My name is Professor Kunene. In front of you, I'm here today at the Bloem show. I came to represent South African national divers from South African Navy. I'm a clearance diver from Marine Reaction Squadron, relocated in Naval Base Durban, Operation Diving Team 4. And then we are situated here at Bloem show to come and represent the diving capability in terms of diving and all its equipment. We have a diving wetsuits that are being used within South African Navy, and also at the bottom here is all the equipment that are being used also for damage control within South African Navy. So what happened is that you are on the learning opportunity of part 1, whereby you are being introduced to all this equipment of diving part 1. Then thereafter, if you are being found competent, therefore your part is go straight to your part 1 deep dive, whereby now we're starting to dive from 39 meters up until 55, whereby we have also heavy mogging on site, and we also have the emblem panel. All this equipment that are being used in conjunction with the umbilical cord, which assists the diver from doing the deep sea diving. Then thereafter, if you are being found competent also on finishing the deep dive course, then that's where now you become a clearance part 2, where you supervise all these combination of part 1 and part 1 deep divers. Then they've been introduced to what we call a decompression chamber. Decompression chamber is a device that is there to assist the divers to complete their decompression stop on surface. So from this decompression chamber, it's always be on site whenever you're doing a deep dive course, but again you're being equipped with knowledge on how to utilize such within the Navy. Then once you're being found competent on knowing the supervision and also knowing how to utilize this equipment, and then therefore you've been taken to a learning opportunity that take you straight to a CT3, whereby now you are learning more about the management of diving. Within that, you are being also taught about the EOD, whichever we call it, an explosive ordnance disposal, but in this case it's an underwater explosive ordnance disposal, whereby we are going to be learning more about the ordnance that are being found within our waters. And then from there you continue, you learn the learning opportunity to become a UIEDD operator, which we are calling it the underwater improvised explosive ordnance. These are the all typical example of equipment that we brought in front of you. There's a X-ray that is able and capable of scanning all the devices that are being found in any suspicious devices or suspicious bag. And then also here it's an EOD9 that is being worn by a UIDD operator. And then in overall, before you can even become a UIEDD operator, these are all the stages that one needs to pass, so also to be found competent at the end of the day to become a UIEDD operator. Thank you.
I'm Professor Chobokwane from South African Armament Depot based in Naval Base Simonstown. We are here at the Bloem show to showcase some of our armament that we have on our vessels and on land. We also came here to educate the public about the South African Navy, all the equipment that we have, and to those that want to join, we give them all the information so they know what we are all about. We have our Umkhonto missiles launched from our frigate. You can see here it weighs 125 kgs and has a range of 6 to 8 kilometers. Its speed is plus or minus 2,448 kilometers an hour, and it is radio active. It is anti-ship missiles and aircraft, and it weighs about 23 kilograms, the warhead. And coming this side, we have our 12.7 Browning machine gun that is mounted on our harbor patrol vessels and also on our frigates. This weapon is a heavy machine gun, uses 12.7 magazine shells, and it weighs approximately 38 kilograms. This weapon fires approximately 600 to 800 rounds per minute. and is quite effective as well. And going forward, we have the light machine gun. That is a 7.6 millimeter machine gun. This one uses rounds, 7.6 meter rounds that it uses. It is belt fed. It is one of the weapons that are used on land and it's also used on the harbor patrol vessels. It also fires plus or minus 600 to 800 rounds per minute, and its effective range is between 800 meters to over 1,000 meters per second. And coming here we have our torpedo that is launched from one of our submarines that we have in the South African Navy. It is a weapon that is used on submarines and other surface vessels. It is one of the most effective weapons you can have in the South African Navy. It is sonar activated and it's self-protected. It is self-propelled and wire guided. It is one of the weapons that is very, very loved by all the public that came here today. And going into our tent here, we have some of the small arms that we use in the South African Navy. These are some of the small arms that are still in use in the Navy, and some of them were used in the Navy in the past but are no longer used. And there you find ourselves another small machine gun that is a SS-77, similar to the LMG, but is a bit lighter when it comes to the weight of it. And then over here we have a model of our frigate. That is also one of the attraction to all the public that is here at the Bloem show.